Welcome to a celebration of service, a tribute to employee milestones and special recognition. My name is Graciela Dufour. I'm the Associate Vice President for Human Resources here at Lewis University. Today, we will provide tribute to our community, our employees, the backbone of our success. Together and by association, we celebrate something very special, you. Over the last year, we've seen our worlds completely change. We've grown accustomed to a new way of work, a whole new way of life. Perhaps accustomed is too strong of a word, but we certainly can say that we are learning how to thrive and maneuver through these new times. So as we look ahead to our future, why don't we take a little look back and see where we've been and who's helped us on this journey. Our President, Dave Livingston, will be with us today as well. He'll offer some words of wisdom and appreciation. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the program. Now it's time for me to sit back and enjoy the show.
At Celebration of Service, we pause to recognize individuals who follow in the footsteps of De La Salle in an exceptional way with the presentation of the De La Salle Medallions and the Distinguished Lasallian Educator Awards. Stay tuned today as we surprise a few colleagues with these prestigious awards. It's now my pleasure to introduce the President of Lewis University, Dr. David Livingston.
Thank you, Dr. Shackmuth. I want to add my welcome to this Celebration of Service tribute event. This has been an incredibly challenging 15-month period. Each of you have done so much for our students and for each other. I want to offer my gratitude on behalf of our students, their parents, your colleagues, and our trustees. I especially want to thank and honor our recipients of our highest awards today. We are grateful for the decades of work in our Lasallian mission by those of you who are retiring today. You, over the last 15 months, have had to balance your life in a very different way. Many of you have had children at home or grandchildren that you have had to monitor as they go to school. You have shared the internet with your partner, your children, and sometimes your dog. You have scrubbed desks at this institution, repositioned furniture. You've relearned how to deliver education in a hybrid format. You've counseled students. You've cared for students. You've comforted students in their loss. This is incredibly stressful work. And you have absorbed this stress, the stress of your colleagues and the stress of your students. And then you have approached our students with care and with joy, and you've inspired them in spite of your own stress and fatigue. You give me hope, you give us hope, you do honor to the Lasallian tradition. I am so grateful for your resilience. It is a great pleasure to honor you this evening, and we hope that you have a restful and rejuvenating summer ahead. God bless.
10 years of service. Melissa Carlson, Sarah Coleman, Stephanie Enervold Macier, Lindsay Frederick, Jefferson Gold Cruz, Rudy Grant Falich, Li Fang Hu, Keith Cameron, Dr. Jung Kim, Jean Lucas, Paul Ludwig, Jennifer Manderscheid, Leanne McConnellow, Maureen McCormick, Michelle Mega, Dr. Ibrahim Miskugliu, Dr. Pramod Mishra, Dr. Leslie Page, Dawn Peckler, Kelly Plass, David Pomato, Dr. Lauren Renfro, Rhonda Richter, Dr. Natalia Tapia, Tammy Thurman, Denissa Walker. 15 years of service: Sean Adams, Lucy Alvarez, Sean Bailey, Lisa Caldwell, Dr. Mary Ellen Collette, Dr. Jennifer Concilio, Dr. Tawana Edwards, Dr. Raymond Garitano, James Grizz, Dr. Jerry Kavoris, David Corte, Dr. Joseph Kuzminski, Dr. Keith Levine, Edward Lankus, Carrie Mounier, Shane Muir, Melanie Obispo Young, Julie Penner, Michelle Ryan, Ruth Wims. 20 years of service: Dr. Christine Breyer, Julio Kennedy, Ramona Lamontagne, Dr. Lorette Leeson, Dr. Mike McFerrin, Dr. Jamil Mustafa, Gregory Payne, Lynn Stancic, Claire Tincher, Dr. Karen Trimble Alium, Efrain Zavala. 25 years of service: Dwight DeVries, Dr. Ann Jordan, John Kilpatrick, Keith McGill. 30 years of service: Mary DeGraw, Gregory Gentili, Brother Phil Johnson, Yvonne LeClaire. 35 years of service: John Carey, Vicki Tucker. Retirement: Linda Ryan, Randy Demick, William Parrott, Beverly Anliker, Roy Clark Jr., George Vlodek, Brother Ray McManaman, Ralph Miller, Keith White, Jackie White, Lauren Hoffman, Kathleen Fitzgerald, Pat Griffin, Joan Williams, Bonnie Bondavalli, William Brogan, Noreen Tierney, Angeline Bizzotti, Carmen Wallace, Lynn Tovar, Sheila Berkmeyer, Jane Trainer, Catherine McDaniel, Ann McShane, Mary Myers, Stacy Elder, Larry Sisk, David Diedemeyer, Joseph Felice, Patricia Lavenda, Susan Kovach.
On behalf of the students and faculty from the College of Nursing at Lewis University, I want to give my heartfelt appreciation to Kathy McDaniel for her 25 years of service here at Lewis. I know it's 25 because I started the same time she did. I still remember that Kathy running down the hallway, dancing and singing, and it was, I guess, part of her leadership and professional development class. And needless to say, it was always one of the students' fondest memories of Kathy and the courses that she taught. She also inspired so many young nurses to go into maternal child nursing and family nursing through her work in her OB course. So with heartfelt thanks, Kathy, I want to wish you all the best, and thank you for everything that you've done for your not only your colleagues at Lewis University, but certainly the students whose lives you've changed forever. And we wish you all the best, and please know that you'll be missed, and you definitely made a difference at Lewis. So thanks again, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Professor Ann McShane and Professor Sheila Berkemeyer, we were so grateful for all you did for the children and all the pediatric experience you brought to Lewis University, but the last 25 years that you have carried the pediatric program here at Lewis, we were so grateful. And we were so grateful for all of the time you put in mentoring and advocating for students. You are truly missed, and I truly don't know what to do with these children. We wish you were back.
I'd like to express my own heartfelt thanks and appreciation to Jane Traynor for her service, dedication, and example of what really living the spirit of association is. In fact, I feel like, Jane, that you were a great example of modeling all the mission values. And you usually did so in a way that you didn't really advertise it, you just did it. I'm especially grateful for how well you represented nursing in university committees. You represented us so well in our community, serving as our community liaison to our clinical partners. I mean, I know that students and faculty were directly impacted by your ability to build partnerships in the community. So I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank you for serving as acting dean, for being the director of the Back to BSN program, which is of course still a very successful program. Your service to students and your ability to make us all laugh, and your ability to lead students in the community and health promotion activities is still a model that we're using and practicing at Lewis. So I want to wish you all the best, and when someone does say, ask a question, and I say, oh, let's ask Jane, oh, wait a minute, just kidding, you're not here anymore. Just know that we're thinking about you and that there will be a void, and we'll miss you greatly.
Larry came to Lewis University in 1988 after completing his PhD from Northwestern University and a Fulbright to Italy. When he came to Lewis, he was hired to be the chair of the music department, a post he held until 2017. During his time at Lewis, he created a new program in music business, and he cemented a symbiotic relationship between Lewis University and the Metropolitan Youth Symphony Orchestra. Larry was one of the first faculty members also to adopt online education. As a composer, I've worked with a lot of conductors during my career. Of those conductors that work with youth orchestras, I've never worked with a better pedagogist than Larry. Quite simply, he knows how to teach young people how to play music together, and he inspires them to be the best they can be. So, congratulations, Larry. I wish you a long, healthy, and happy retirement.
Hi, Joe. Congratulations on your retirement. I received an email from HR asking me to share a funny story or joke about our time together for 30 seconds or so. Obviously, they don't know that a good story or joke takes longer than 30 seconds. And 30 years and 30 seconds is impossible. So buckle up, buttercups. Just kidding. There are a lot of stories and great memories. I think back to my time as an RA and hall director. These things are unspeakable though, and locked safely in a vault. And then the excitement of the opening of the Student Rec and Fitness Center, a dream come true. There was a lot of laughter and some tears shed over the years, some from laughter and some not. I feel so fortunate to have spent most of my career at Lewis reporting to you. I felt valued and supported every day. I also want to be first in line to purchase your book of memories from your life at Lewis. I hope you'll allow me the pleasure of writing the prelude. I'm happy that you, Chris, and the girls and their families will have the time to enjoy this new chapter in your life. Sadly, for the university, there will never be a person who is able to tell the Lewis story quite like you. We have so many memories, but thinking of Belgarth, Ultimate Frisbee, and always wondering how we'll get the horses out of the pool for water polo will forever make me think of you with a bright smile on my face. And before I sign off, I feel the need to mention the 3 Dorothys. I really just need to know if number 3 was really named Dorothy or if it was a condition of employment. Always seemed suspicious. Stay well and know that you did so much to enhance the lives of so many Lewis students, faculty, and staff. You will be missed, and remember, we do have the Breakfast Club. Thanks, Joe.
I am pleased to present the Lewis University de La Salle Medallion for Excellence in Community Engaged Learning to a faculty member who has demonstrated outstanding achievement. Developing strong relationships is a cornerstone of community engaged learning, or CEL, as creating collaborations that provide meaningful student engagement cannot be established without them. Effective faculty members who engage their students with the community understand that it's important to know their partners well, and that engaged learners become active agents in their own learning, on campus and off. This year's recipient of the De La Salle Medallion for Excellence in Community Engaged Learning has inspired her students, motivating them toward excellence and social action, while creating truly transformational learning experiences. In the words of one of her colleagues, the 2021 recipient of this medallion strives to create experiences and opportunities that awaken a sense of agency in her students. Through her dedication to community-engaged learning, she is changing both lives and communities. This assistant professor saw CEL as a tool that would enhance student learning and bring the exploration of justice in the curriculum to life. She has taught either 1 or 2 CEL courses each semester for the last 6+ years, and she continues to inspire and integrate community-based learning through the curriculum and beyond. Our honoree has also worked diligently to develop strong, reflective experiences for her students through the use of peace circles. In fact, she found this tool to be so valuable that she has almost single-handedly brought to and proliferated the use of the peace circle structure at Lewis. She has spent hours of her time joining colleagues to keep a circle in their classes, and even worked to host circle trainings on campus to grow their use in CEL and other courses. Finally, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the amazing advocate that the medallion recipient has been for CEL pedagogy. During her time as coordinator and then director of the then Office of Service Learning, our honoree worked tirelessly to support her colleagues in developing high-quality, community-engaged learning practices at Lewis University. Through these and efforts in her own courses, she is making a wonderful contribution to the quality and breadth of community-engaged learning at Lewis, and as such is truly living the Lasallian mission. Lewis University is pleased to present the De La Salle Medallion for Excellence in Community-Engaged Learning to Assistant Professor of Theology, Dr. Christy Phillips.
Good afternoon. I'm pleased to be with you today to present the 2020 and 2021 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Awards. Distinguished Lasallian Educators exemplify what it means to walk in the footsteps of St. John Baptist de La Salle in the 21st century. Lewis University's Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award pays tribute to these modern-day educators, faculty and staff whose lives are characterized by what de La Salle called the spirit of faith and zeal, a strong faith in God combined with a commitment and energy focused on student success and the mission of education. Today, we present the long overdue 2020 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award to our recently retired Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Bonnie Bondavalli. Last spring, we held Zoom sessions and said our farewells to Bonnie as she retired from Lewis, bringing to conclusion 16.5 years of dedicated and distinguished service to the university. A recently retired colleague who worked with Bonnie for all of her years at Lewis offered this heartfelt reflection. Bonnie is highly respected for her hard work and long hours of dedication to the university. But spending time at work would not be exceptional were it not for the zeal for service, zeal that drives everything she does. In various Lasallian writings, zeal for service is described as the enthusiastic and total gift of self for the sake of the mission. It is about service to others in gratuity and in generosity, in creativity and fortitude, and in compassion and commitment. It involves a preferential concern for the poor and vulnerable, and the desire to continuously be of service to others in a quest for excellence. Bonnie is well known for the passion with which she approaches every project. It is done holistically with a keen desire to fully understand the people and circumstances that make it unique. Typically, many hours are spent researching information so that she will have a complete and well-informed understanding of the topic, along with many potential good and creative solutions. But always, and most important to her, is to fully understand the human elements involved. In particular, she is a guardian of and champion for those who are vulnerable. Bonnie has always known that finding equitable solutions takes time and requires much respectful and dedicated dialogue with others. There is no shortage of colleagues who can attest to the exemplary ways that Bonnie has advanced our mission, promoted student success, and demonstrated great care for her faculty colleagues. Here are a few additional reflections from those colleagues. She was absolutely the champion of her full-time faculty and was unwaveringly loyal. She always had plans and ambitions for them, including when each first came on board and were just finding their way through the first year. From another colleague, her steadfast and calm demeanor was an asset in working with the faculty of her college, during meetings she attended, and in all her work with others. She was dependable and thorough. Her patience and her persistence were evident in the varied and sometimes difficult situations she encountered as dean. Bonnie exemplifies the Lasallian teaching virtues of gravity, patience, and reserve. In her quiet, unassuming manner, Bonnie led her college to serve all students. Bonnie lived the Lasallian mission while serving as dean. This is evident in the achievements of the College of Arts and Sciences during her tenure. There was always a strong support for new pedagogies. Student scholarship expanded greatly. Faculty across a diverse group of disciplines worked together collegially to advance the college and the university. I remember standing in line to get food with her once at a May Institute session. She explained to me how she had just spent the entire Memorial Day weekend working on a proposal for the air traffic control program. She wasn't complaining that she had spent the entire holiday weekend on it. Rather, she explained how proud she was of the result and how great it had been to work with the folks from aviation on it. All of these reflections attest to the zeal which has characterized Bonnie's leadership as an educator and administrator. And it is this Lasallian zeal which has greatly impacted and advanced this university. Much has been accomplished by Bonnie for the sake of our students and the university, and we are most grateful to her for this distinguished service done in a true Lasallian manner. We recently caught up with Bonnie to surprise her with this long overdue award. Let's take a look at what happened. Hey everybody, I'm here in downtown Geneva, where we're down the street from Preservation Wine Bar, and that is where our 2020 Distinguished Lasallian Educator, Dr. Bonnie Bondavalli, is waiting for us, yet she doesn't know we're coming. Her family is, and we're gonna go down the street here and surprise her with her award today. Well, hello there. Hi. How are you? I just happened to be in the area with a film crew. I thought I'd stop by and say hi. Hi there. Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
You just hanging out here today with Sheila and the family?
And you're just hanging out here too, right?
Yeah, with my favorite videographers here, John and Joe.
Yeah.
We have some special news for you today. It was about a year ago when this whole pandemic started that we were going to celebrate at Celebration of Service your commitment to the Lasallian mission over the course of your 15, 16 years at the university. All right, 16 and a half. Don't want to lose 1 minute of that time. So we were planning to present you with the 2020 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award, but we couldn't do it back last year. So we are making up for lost time and presenting it to you today. So it's my honor to present to you on behalf of the university community the 2020 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award. And as you know, The Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award recognizes an individual who exemplifies the work of St. John Baptist de La Salle and all the attributes of the Christian Brothers and those who have followed in his footsteps. And it is especially geared towards someone who is committed to students, committed to education, puts students at the center of everything that they do, and really commits their life to this kind of work. So we're honored to recognize you today in this really special way.
It is a very special way, Kurt. It's just an incredibly special way. I loved my time at Lewis, and I missed Lewis since July 1st, and before that with the pandemic, but this is wonderful. I just don't know what to say. So thank you, and for coming out here, and can we give you something?
No, congratulations. It's all about you.
Thank you.
I just do have one question for you. Bonnie Valley, you have just won the Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award. Where are you going to go next?
Higher and higher. You just wait and see.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations to the family who's here today. Even this little person here.
That's Leo. That's my one and only grandchild.
Very good. Excellent. Congratulations.
I retired from Lewis and got a grandchild. I probably should have done it before.
When de La Salle founded the Christian schools and trained the first teachers in France over 300 years ago, he elevated the role of classroom teacher to an individual who was highly respected, possessed outstanding training, demonstrated excellent rapport with students, and had a passion for seeing students succeed. This year's Distinguished Lasallian Educator is one such person among us today. An alumna of Lewis University, her educational experience had a great impact on her own calling, and she soon returned to teach here in the early 1990s. Nearly 30 years later, she is now a senior member of her department and a source of great wisdom for others, a passionate teacher, an advocate for justice, and a mentor for students who demonstrates great care and concern for their learning and personal growth. She has been instrumental in developing and supporting the university's efforts to help students find meaning and purpose in their lives. Thanks to her tremendous contributions to the Discover Vocation initiative during the past 10 years, Lewis has become a leader within the Network for Vocation in Undergraduate Education. She's been instrumental in securing grant funds that have led to guest speakers, revised syllabi and curricula by faculty, workshops, seminars, and the publication of the first Journeys to Purpose anthology, with another volume currently in preparation. When our honoree speaks, she speaks with wisdom. When she makes a contribution to a project, it is meaningful. When she leads with purpose. And when she speaks about her calling as an educator, she does so with a profound understanding of what it means to have the privilege and responsibility to accompany a young person on an educational journey. It is for these reasons and many more that we present the 2021 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award to Professor of English, Dr. Sheila Kennedy. I recently invited a few of Dr. Kennedy's colleagues to offer some reflections on her impact on Lewis University's community. Here are just a sampling of those testimonies. From a colleague in the College of Education and Social Sciences. It is difficult to put into words the admiration, respect, and affection I feel for Dr. Sheila Kennedy. What a blessing it's been to work with her throughout my time at Lewis. As a new faculty member, I especially benefited from observing her gracious example of authentic passion, excellence, and just full-on, wholehearted commitment to her students and colleagues, evident within every single endeavor. I continue to be inspired by her with every interaction and hope to learn from her for many years to come. From an English department colleague. In her role as director of the first-year writing program, she has organized writing workshops for instructors each semester, focusing on improving the curriculum, clarifying goals, and presenting new pedagogical approaches in the teaching of composition. She has encouraged her colleagues to help students find their voice in their writing and to articulate their views with confidence and authority. She is forever promoting the importance of putting the needs of students first. In that regard, she truly demonstrates St. Lasalle's vision of a student-centered education. She has been described by her department chair as the very embodiment of Lewis University's Lasallian mission, possessing a deep sense of justice and fairness in everything she does and in the interactions with her colleagues and students. From a new faculty colleague, during these first years at Lewis, I've been so grateful for Sheila's commitment to helping her colleagues do the best work they can. To me, this speaks to Sheila's commitment to the mission. She empowers her colleagues to be their best, and that in turn translates to a better experience for students. And a closing thought from one of the Christian brothers. Sheila Kennedy's untiring efforts on behalf of Lewis students is a testament to her commitment to Lasallian education and its focus on helping students find meaning in their lives and confidence in their ability to make a difference in our world so desperate of their contribution. And on behalf of all of us at Lewis, we wholeheartedly agree. We recently surprised Sheila at her home with this award, so let's take a look at how it went. Hey Lewis friends, it's Kurt Shackmuth here outside the home of Dr. Sheila Kennedy, Professor of English here at Lewis. We are about to present her with the 2021 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award. She has no idea that we're going to be here, but we've been working carefully with her husband George to surprise her today. So let's go down the street and surprise her. So here's the plan. Sheila thinks that she has a Zoom with me at 10 o'clock. So she's in her office on her computer, ready to log in to see me. She doesn't know I'm going to show up at her front door, and that's when the fun's going to start. Hi. We have a Zoom, that was supposed to start just a couple minutes ago, and I've been having a ton of trouble with my camera. So I just thought I'd come to your house with some cameras and we could do our Zoom that way maybe? How are you? We thought we would stop by your house to officially recognize you with a special award. As you know, next week is a celebration of service, and so we are doing a little bit of prep work in advance this week, and so we are honored to present to you on behalf of the university community the 2021 Distinguished Lasallian Educator Award, which is presented annually to an individual who exemplifies the ideals of St. John Baptist de La Salle, who puts the students at the center of all that they do, whether it's teaching or administration or other work, and you are clearly one of those people that exemplifies the founder. So we are honored to recognize you today and to celebrate with you today. And so are the people behind me as well.
Thank you so much. It's just incredible and so unexpected. And
she loves having these cameras in her face right now, folks. And she loves the fact that you're out here too.
I have no words. I have no words. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Thank you so much. I can't even say. It's just so unexpected, and I'm just so grateful. And I'm so grateful for Lewis for all it's given me. It's given me everything. So I'm just so grateful.
Well, congratulations. Well deserved, right, everybody?
Thank you so much.
All right.
I so appreciate it.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to celebrate and recognize our colleagues. St. John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.